Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be discussing about the top 10 AWS services that we need to know in order to grow in our career, in order to achieve our goals. So I will start with the beginning with the EC2 and Dynamo DB, storage and all. So I'll just one by one give you a brief explanation about all the services that we need to know. So before we start, just a quick introduction to AWS. I believe everyone is aware of the AWS services. It is a cloud computing platform provided by Amazon. So it provides various wide range of services categorized by computing power, storage, databases, AI and machine learning, analytics, etc. So there are lots of services are there. So if I start explaining, it will take a huge amount of time. So fun facts like AWS is like rank on the top of the list of the cloud service providers. So most of the 80% of the Fortune 500 companies are powered by the AWS infrastructure. So it's a quite huge number. So you might be knowing that Netflix, Pinterest, Instagram, Walmart, so they use AWS infrastructure for the computing and storage. Even there was some articles like mentioning that NASA is also using the AWS for many years. So basically, like they are one of the most reliable cloud service providers in the market. That's why they're having the more market share also. So let's start with the very first service and the compute category. That is our EC2. That is Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. So it is a scalable compute capacity. This is one of the most vital service that is being provided by the AWS. So in which we can run our virtual servers, machines with EC2, and we can also scale it using auto scaling, and we can change our as per our dependent like as per our needs and all. We can spin up more resources of compute capacity, and it also support like different workloads, application, batch processing. So there are numerous web applications. So there are multiple scenarios are there that we can do with this EC2. So in the description of the video, I'll be providing you like a detailed link, like what are the topics that you should cover in EC2. Like you can start with running an EC2 instance, then what is user data, how to run your simple web server, how to run your first web application, how we can have the SSH, how we can do EC2 connect, how we can use a private IP. So I will provide you all the links of the EC2 so you can have it complete details about EC2. Okay, now let's move to the next one that is also very important. That is S3. That is for object storage service. That is a simple storage service. It is very extremely like scalable and capable of storing your huge amount of data, and it is any location you can access it anytime. So there are a few things like latency and all those things. So you can just go through my videos so you can get into detail, like starting with how to create a bucket, what are the bucket policies, what are the bucket properties, and how we can host a static website. Then there are a few more videos related to the how we can use a Lambda function in order to insert some data in the S3 bucket. So these kind of things, how to give access permissions, what is temporary links and all. So you can, all those things, you can explore it. So it will be like one of the critical components in the upcoming years. Like it will be like most of the like organizations are depending upon data backup, archiving the data, storage for all those things. So moreover, it also like there is encryption is there, versioning is there. That is also very important. We have S3 lifecycle management also. We have different uh, like stages in which we can store the data. And depending upon there is S3, I think smart lifecycle is also there. Something like that is there, that in which it will automatically, depending upon the usage, it will automatically change the lifecycle. So various options are there in this S3. So you can just go through my video. Then the next one that is very crucial is the database engines that are being supported under the Amazon RDS. So basically in the RDS, the most important one that is being provided by the AWS is Aura, but we can have also MySQL, Postgres, SQL Server. So these are being set up, and there is a scaling option available. So depending upon the business use case, you can just choose any of the options, depending like how much availability, automated backups, business critical, like whether it's a business critical application. So you can just configure those options without worrying about like, the maintenance of those servers and all. So this will also be a widely used service in 2024. So let's have a quick look into this RDS. So you can just get a hands-on with some MySQL, then you can have something Aura, or you can, if you are familiar with the SQL Server, you can go ahead with that, or you can just Postgres also, you can utilize that. Next one for serverless computing perspective, AWS Lambda. So without like worrying about setting it up and all, we can execute certain code. And it is very interesting. Like it's widely used when you want to configure certain events in your application, certain things to like certain code to be executed. So you can use your AWS Lambda. So there are multiple use cases that you can utilize this. I've shown some of the use cases in the video, but it can be used for multiple things. Like suppose you want to execute some code like on certain period of time to give some discount to the customers. Like suppose you're having e-commerce websites and on certain period you want to give some vouchers or you want to give some discount codes and all. So for that, you can execute some code and reduce the pricing and all. Depending upon the traffic, also you can just maintain all those things. So you can write some code, write some logic based on that. So we can basically trigger those things, and it is a serverless architecture. So it's very, very important to know this AWS Lambda. Okay, next one is Dynamo DB. This is another very useful one. It is a fully managed NoSQL database service that operate at any scale, and it is like within like milliseconds it is scaling. So it has capabilities such as automatic scaling, like built-in security, worldwide replication. So it is mostly used now in variety of applications like in gaming, IoT, getting the data from the sensors and all. Then for analysis and all, we can use like those data. So it will be like a preferable choice when you want to have low latency, like smooth scalability and flexibility in the data models. We will definitely go ahead with the DynamoDB. So for the DynamoDB, those who are not worried about like the charges being put by the AWS while using this service, no need to worry. There is a DynamoDB 2.0, that is, you can install it locally on your machine and you can practice it. So there is a video, so you can go through like what is indexes, what is a global index, local index. So these kind of things, get familiar with those terms and try to create some tables, run some queries, sorting, primary key, these kind of things. Just go through it. I'll put the video link in the description. Then you can go ahead after finishing those things. Better you can have a locally create instance. So you can just go through that video, how to set up all those things. So you can practice all those yourself. Okay, next one, that is another important one, Elastic Container Services. Now, in order to utilize this, you need to have some Docker experience and all. You need to know like what is containers, how does container works. So just a basic, like you can have a quick like understanding of the basic commands, like how the things work, just a basic understanding of how the working style, what are the different layers, and how it works. That's enough for going through this Elastic Container Services. So basically, it is ECS is a orchestration solution for the Docker containers. So we can have like it is having built in, like when I was showing you the video, I've even discussed about this. It is having a Elastic load balancing, IAM, CloudWatch logs in order to watch the different logs. So everything it is capable of. So definitely it is another one of the solutions that are being services that are being provided by the AWS that will be in demand. Next one, this is one of my favorite, and this is like in Elastic Beanstalk. So it is like a platform as service, nothing to worry about deploying or managing anything. Just it is for your all the cloud-based application. You can like utilize it for auto scaling and provisioning and supporting different languages and all. You can use this. So it is very easy to use just from the scratch. It will take care of all your build and all. So it will automatically deploy your instances and all. It will generate the cloud formation stack. It is very, very convenient. So for all the services, as I am mentioning again and again, that I will be providing a link to the video. So you can just have a quick review through all like in a sequence, like step by step. So you can be aware of this top 10 services. Okay, next one, Amazon Aura. It is also like highly efficient, as I mentioned in the RDS. It is one of the RDS that is being provided by the Amazon that works along with the like MySQL and Postgres. Like if you want to do the data migration and all, it is quite efficient. You can easily do it. And attractive choice like high throughput applications, we can utilize it. It is also having a auto scaling, fault tolerance, and performance optimization that we can do it. So the most important thing, like it is like data compatibility, like you can like migrate easily. So I was having one example like in which the one of the existing clients they were using with like they're having the data in the Aura, so like you can have a connector and you can just export the data to another instance like to MySQL or Postgres wherever you want. So built in that options are there. So you can also have a look into the basic details how to utilize this. Next one, that is Redshift. I believe I haven't done a video for this, but it is also another interesting one. It is a fully managed data warehouse. I think there is a 3 months like free. You can run this one and you can utilize this one, and Amazon will not charge any a single penny for this. So it is a very, very interesting. You can just go to the Amazon Redshift. There is a link like you would like to utilize those services for 3 months without being charged. And those who are enrolling for the first time, so it is free for them. I will, if it is a video is not there, I will try to just make a small video on this, how we can create a Redshift tables and operations and all. I will just explain those things. So it is quite affordable, this Redshift, to gain some critical insights from the data and all. So it is very nice, we can say popular, like a BI tool. So definitely this will also gain some momentum, some popularity in this 2024. The last one, that is AWS Glue. Again, it is a fully managed extract, transform, and load ETL service that simplifies the preparation and loading of data for the analytics purpose. So in this one, I think I have created some like from S3, reading up the logs. We can query those logs. We can have create some schema, and we can also have some task scheduling, as well as we can do some serverless executions also. So this is another important one, like how we can use this, and it is very easy to use interface. I think it is used in along with the Dynamo DB. So you need to, because the data is stored over there, so you need to have both side by side. So first learn the Dynamo DB, then in the last. That's why I have kept it at the last. so you can just have a proper understanding of Glue in the last. So these were my top 10 services. Not my top 10, these are the top 10 services that are in demand, that will be in demand throughout, and it will like one of the best to know about these services and to set up a goal like a career goal that you need to learn those things and look for some job opportunities and all. So I hope I was able to let you explore this top 10 services. And please do let me know if anything is required from my end. You can just comment down in the video. So if anything, any new video, any confusions, any kind of doubts are there, you can just post it in the comments. I will try to answer those comments.